Well, hi everybody. I am excited because I just got a package, and every time I get a package, I know that it is something really cool, right? Everybody likes to get packages in the mail. Some of you may have seen that I have a new book out, co-authored book. I've done actually three co-authored books. I'm looking at all my books here that I've had. And the first one I did actually was that the first? Yeah, no, Stories from the Yoga Cart is actually the first co-authored book that I did. I don't know if you guys ever saw this one. A girl named Lisa Cherry, she actually lives in Canada, and I had seen an ad in Yoga Journal magazine. She was looking for people to write a story, and I responded, and she accepted me into this book. And the cool thing is, for those of you who maybe don't know anything about this or whatever, this was published a long time ago. When did we publish this? Let me just see. Please hold. 2010 we published this. And if you can look down here, and I don't know if this is backwards or front or how you can see this, but you see that name right there? Can you see that even if it's backwards? Sting? Yeah. Sharon Gannon, some of you may know her, Jivamukti founder. Amy Weintraub, Mariel Hemingway. Anyway, I'm in a book with some really cool people. I do still have some copy of these for sale. $19.95. $20 if anybody would like an autographed copy. So this was the very first, excuse me, tickle. This is the first co-authored book that I did, and I thought it was really cool then. When you do a co-authored book, you don't really make any money off of it, but it's experience, and it gets your name out there. And so I did this back in 2010. Can you believe it? This was actually probably the first book that I was in. And then after that, there was Yoga in America, and some people from Elephant Journal. I don't know if anybody ever read that, or if you still read that. It was an online publication, and I think they're still around, Elephant Journal. But I had given a couple of articles to them. They posted, and I was asked to be a part of this. And when I did this, and what year was this one? This was Yoga in America. This was 2009. So this was before Stories from the Yoga Cart. So this is actually my first one. Didn't remember. So I was asked to be in this one, and I'm actually the very first story. And one of the men, Bob Weisenberg, who is one of the people that started Elephant Journal, he actually recommended that my story be the first one in this, because he thought it really captured the essence of what they were trying to do. So I felt privileged to be a part of that book. So then flash forward to a couple years ago, and I was in Love Initiation with two beautiful souls, John and Julianne. And this was a bunch of people that we went around Egypt together. Was that 2023? And then we published this book, Love Initiation, Learning the Language of Soul. And really, really cool experience working with them. And this was the first book with Brave Healer. Actually, Brave Healer. This was 2024 that it actually got published. And what I love about this book is there's the stories, but then there's also these practices that are in there. So lots of healers wrote in this book, and then we have our practices that we suggest. So flash forward, someone that I met through she wasn't in Love Initiation, but I met her through that. Reached out to me, loved my story, and asked me if I would write in a story for her new book, which is the one that you probably saw that just came out, the Magdalene Oracle. That's what this is. This is my copy of that. So, the unveiling of Oh, look at how pretty. The Magdalene Oracle. Look at this. So Angela Aurora Medway Smith, just saw her 2 days ago in London. We talked for 6 or 7 hours straight. You know, when you meet somebody and you just click, you just get each other, you just connect. That's Angela. She's an amazing person. I think she has been in, I don't know, a number of books, 7 to 12 books. And she is now doing some of her own. And so this, the Magdalene Oracle, it's Awakening the Power of the Rose. So these are stories about Mary Magdalene from, I think there's 17 of us in the book. Really powerful. I had an opportunity on the way home from London to read the whole book in entirety, and I read it front to back, straight through on the plane ride. And I just felt overwhelmed with how good, how rich the stories were, how authentic the practices felt. I mean, they really, each one touched me in a different way. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. I really, truly mean it. So this just came out the 22nd, which is Mary Magdalene's feast day. I know some of you that may be listening to this, you're like, Mary Magdalene, she was a prostitute, right? That's what we're doing in the book. We're breaking that old, incorrect, so many words I could use for what was done to this magnificent woman. And I don't want to get into my personal beliefs or you know, trample over anybody else's personal beliefs, but what I feel this book does is it really opens you up to the energy of the divine feminine. And if we're going to create any kind of healing in the world, any kind of balance in the world, the divine masculine, which is an amazing energy, it's a fantastic energy, has to have the complement of the divine feminine in a unified presence. And for me, until that merging of those aspects of the divine feminine and masculine, until they're merged, until they're unified within us, and then of course, because everything is of oneness, what's within is everything without or outside of us. So as we merge the energy of the divine feminine and masculine into unification, we will feel, we will see, we will start living in an era of unification and oneness. So my chapter is called She Calls. I think I'm the 4th one. Let me find it. I think I'm chapter 4. But Angela does such a good job in the beginning of explaining who Mary Magdalene is, inviting you into the rose symbolism, and just amazing. Love. And so my chapter 4 is She Calls. Receiving the Magdalene messages through sacred sites. So of course, right, because that's me. I love to travel to sacred sites. That's what I was doing in the UK. And I tell of another story at a sacred site where I had the encounter of the goddess, and her aspect really forcefully came in. And so my practice that I do that goes along after my story is called Transmuting Duality with the Divine Feminine and Masculine for Unification Within. So everything that I just said, my whole practice is that. And I recorded the practice so that you can listen to me. It's actually a video. You can see what I'm doing, but you can listen to my words, and you can do it with me. You can do it along with me. And the link information is there, but it's also on my website. So if this speaks to you, go ahead and buy it. In fact, if any of my books speak to you, go ahead and buy it. I definitely have a storyteller archetype. I enjoy I really enjoy telling stories, and I write what I know. That's what they tell you to do, write what you know. So I write about the things that I know about. And soon I'm going to be talking about another really, really big book that I have coming out, and a whole program that I'm working on that goes along with it. This is my master's thesis that never published in 2020. And it's going to be a book and a workbook. It's going to be a whole thing. But anyway, I'll talk about that another time. So cool to have these pages in my hand for the first time, because I have read this. I've gotten to know some of the women. Certainly love Angela. And I met the artist. So this picture, I know it's a little glossy. I'm trying to get a good shot of it. But the woman that painted this, and yes, that is a UFO. But the woman that painted this picture of Mary Magdalene, I met her in Glastonbury. The Glastonbury Gallery was spotlighting her, and so she has all these amazing divine feminine portraits. One in particular just really got me. If I had the wall space, I probably would have bought it off of her. I asked her if she had any prints, and she didn't, but I think at some point some version of that's going to be in my collection. I'm just looking to see if the author's name, if I can find it really quickly. I know she thanks her in the beginning somewhere, but there's a lot of information in the beginning. So oh, is this it? Cheryl Yambrough Rose Hall. Yeah. And just an amazing artist, really sweet woman. We had a lovely chat in Glastonbury. And I feel like there's this energy in this book is just going to continue to flow out. People are going to really connect with the stories, maybe in a different way than they have before. You know, not every story is fantastic. Not every book is fluid. You know, sometimes you read something, and especially if there's contributing authors in it, and depending on how it's put together, you know, you may not resonate with everything. But in this book, I think if you're called to get it, you're going to resonate with every single page. It's really phenomenal. So always excited to share with you another unpacking of a cool package, and to have my copy of the Magdalene Oracle. And more to come, everybody. Thank you so much for always supporting me. And if I can help you in any way, or if you're interested, if you're another author doing a book and you're interested in having me come aboard, reach out. I'm open.